is there a mechanical mechanism in the government by which we can find out these facts like RTI? I still don't understand like what all is accessible by the RTI. For example, if a project shifts and I'm a public citizen, I'm a taxpayer. So I want to know why is this shifting? Is there a solution? Is there a way I can figure it out?
Originally, when RTI came, it was one of the most beautiful piece of legislation that has ever taken place in India. It it said that anything which a parliamentarian, an MP, demands to be known, and if it has to be given by the government to him, the same thing should be given to a citizen. The information. Suppose an MP in parliament asks for a particular information, and if he is eligible for it, and if he is given that, that same information should be given to a citizen if he asks for it. That is the beauty of it, and that is the greatness of RTI when it was promulgated. But over a period of time, executive being what it is, it has diluted it. It has seen that a citizen is frustrated, and citizens are also not as innocent as you can think. They will file RTI for whatever reason they feel like, and there are RTI activists who even the Supreme Court has commented about them. And these RTI activists make it their sole work to keep on filing RTIs, to frustrate the bureaucracy, to frustrate the government. And because gathering information in a particular way is not such a simple thing, and then correlate it, collate it, then give it to them, and things like that. So we can find out about this in RTI, but Tamil Nadu government should come out and say, why did this particular project shift from Tamil Nadu to Andhra Pradesh? Why did it go, under what circumstances? They should come out clean. They should come out and say this is the reason.
But one thing which I feel is a big difference between governments in developed nations and governments here, for example, China or US or even the Middle East, the government invests so much in technology that they are far ahead than the private players. Even if a private company like, so for example, Palantir is a company which has $350 billion, but the first project is from Pentagon.
Mm.
So that is like data science, machine learning. They're far ahead, 20 years ahead there. But with the advent, how much we are into AI, we want to become a AI first nation, we want to become AI capital, and so much of data digitization has already happened everywhere.
Mm.
But with that, RTI actually should be a click of a button right now if we are able to digitize the data and anything we can know from AI. Unless and until people don't want the citizens to know something, there are security threats or something like that for the nation, then definitely it is prohibited. But otherwise, even the normal information to retrieve is such a big task at this point.
Normal information is the one which they don't want to part with. The citizens don't want any information which will affect the security of this country. The citizens want information which will make them see clearly the the ongoing mischiefs within the government that they don't want. How the contracts are awarded, how tenders are formulated, how the things are manipulated. Many things come out if you are allowed to see the RTI, if you are allowed to see the files. But you will not be allowed to see the file. You will not be allowed to see the file because they'll say national security. Now, for example, if suppose an aircraft is being purchased and somebody files an RTI that you give me all the papers relating to how did you come to the conclusion this is what is the aircraft required. Now, you don't need to give them anything about the strategic capabilities of the aircraft. You don't need to divulge anything. What was the commercial process? At what point of time decisions were made? That has got nothing to do with the capabilities of the aircraft or capabilities of a gun or capabilities of anything. Why was in a particular tendering process, for example, midday meal scheme, let us say, we want to go to aircraft and all.
Okay.
Why was a particular company chosen for supply of provisions across the state? Why was a particular company ruled out. And what is the relationship between the three bidders? Many times there will be three or four companies which will come, but they will be internally related. You will never come to know about it. Only a serious investigation will reveal all these things. But everything in this country, you cannot keep on doing investigation, I say. You cannot, you will get tired. Somewhere, the same company which supplies all the provisions for midday meal or school meals will be the same across the governments, whether Anna DMK or DMK or I don't know about TVK still. The same people will keep supplying. Now, how is it possible? That means they are the best. Either they are the best or nobody is able to match them. Either the whole process is so good that there can't be any fault, or it is so bad that only one person is getting it. So it is one of these two.
But
It
these
is
RTAs are available for the public to view. Whatever RTAs have been filed and information has been got till date, is it out in the open for anybody to
yes,
view?
yes, yes. Whatever is filed and whatever is obtained is many of the things are put in the website, and you are if you file again the same question, they will say that this has already been answered. This has already been answered. RTI, if it is done properly, is one of the most democratic and citizen friendly activity, unimaginably powerful. But government also doesn't want it to be powerful, and the citizens also misuse it. It is both ways. It is both ways, and it is all for the narrow end that they file for RTI for personal vendetta, personal knowledge, things like that.
Because I recently went to Google and typed how can I know what all my MP has spoken in the parliament, and it
Mm.
showed sansad.com or something like that.
Sunset.com,
But
yes.
it was so difficult for me to understand when, which topic, which date. It was
Mm.
in such a manner that if I'm not educated enough for a common man to figure it out is actually a task, and you say okay, it's fine, let me pass on. So
Mm.
the important or easiest information which should go to the citizen is always like a document or a process in the government, which is very difficult. So
Very, very difficult. Very difficult. We should talk about this in very great length. I feel the solution, lot of things can be solved in this country if power is decentralized. Extreme decentralization. Whereas we have extreme centralization, and the centralization is increasing. Day by day, it is increasing. Everything requires the Prime Minister to intervene. Everything requires Supreme Court to intervene. Everything has to be done at that level only. Nothing gets done at my ward level or my. I mean, I don't know why there is a local government, why there is a state government to in many. Everything can be done by center only then. Unless it is decentralized, it is very difficult. Very, very difficult. So, I don't know how it will happen.
okay.